I think I surprised the coaches a lot coming here. He can still do that. A lot of my minutes are with Steven. I think he's going to be one of the best guards in the CBA for sure. I'm good friends with JaVale. I hung out with JaVale a few times in LA. We played Call of Duty together. So it's always great to play against JaVale. We say where I'm from, don't get bored with it. Don't get bored winning. We out here to do something special that haven't been done in over 20 years. I think I definitely can. I feel great. I definitely feel like I can play a few more years. I still love basketball. I think my passion for basketball is still highly there.
Many people are curious about the connection with you and Shanghai Sharks. So, could you tell some stories or details to the last summer when the team connect to you?
I was coming off injury. I had got hurt in Puerto Rico. I tore my MCL, and I was coming off shoulder surgery. So I was in a place where I was just getting back to getting used to playing basketball. After not playing for almost a year, just coming back and getting into the groove of things. Mm-hmm. And I had got reached out by the Sharks. The Sharks had reached out to me, and so just coming out here, and I told them that I really love Shanghai. I heard a lot about Shanghai. I've never been, but I heard just from social media and stuff. It was Shanghai was one of the teams that I would want to go play for, and I seen that they signed some people that I knew, like Cal Foggs was my roommate 15 years ago. Oh. And I just seen a roster that I think I could have helped a lot.
So why did you make the decision to come back to China again to join this team?
I had a great time when I won a championship with Sichuan Whales. Winning the championship, I knew how passionate the Chinese fans are about basketball. And playing 10 years in the NBA, they used to always reach out to me on social media, and I just wanted to come back and just come back and experience it again.
So you just played NBA before quite some time ago. Yeah. So did you think that experience helped you to adapt to CBA today?
I had played in the NBL before I signed with the Heat. I had got drafted in 2010. I think a lot of people don't realize how long ago I was drafted, and that I'm still playing basketball. A lot of my teammates in Sichuan are coaches now. Yeah. And I'm blessed to still be playing at 36 years old. I did a great job of taking care of my body. I actually lost 50 pounds. I lost 50 pounds. It was a video of that was going viral about how much bigger I got, and I had just slimmed back down. I'm 265 right now. I'm at my weight I was when I was in the Heat.
Mm-hmm. You didn't get too much playing early at the season. Mm-hmm. So how did you adjust yourself?
I just try to dominate in the minutes. I feel like we got a really talented team. I didn't come here. They didn't say I was gonna come here and average 30 minutes. I was gonna average 15 to 20 minutes. As long as we winning. We winning. We blow out a lot of teams. I say 90% of the time, we winning about 20 or more points. So, and our team is extremely talented. We don't have one guy shooting all the shots like some of the other teams. That my teammates call me a super vet. It's super vet. So I've been playing pro basketball for 15 years. 15 years. So I just been around the game for so long, and I just think it's a chance for me to talk to the younger guys. I talk to Steven a lot. Mm-hmm. I talk to Kenny. I talk to them younger guys. Them guys is in their early 20s. So just for them to get the mindset of what it takes to come along and what they got to bring and being professional every day.
I think you have communicated with coaching staff through the whole season. So how did you build the trust and chemistry? I
think I surprised the coaches a lot coming here. Yeah. I think a lot of times I do a play, and they know I'm like the oldest guy on the team, and they yo, he can still do that. I was yeah, man, I can I can still play, man. And so a lot of times, I think as the season went on, they kind of seen it more and more, and they kind of adjusted, and the minutes added up.
So we are now at the first place in the regular season.
Yeah.
So as a player, played basketball for almost 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So what areas do you think we can improve a lot in the future?
I think not getting too complacent. I think sometimes we get a big league on the team and we kind of relax.
Yeah.
And I think let's just keep coming out there and just keep going. And I think that's one of the things. Just stand. Don't get bored. We say where I'm from. Don't get bored with it. Don't get bored winning. We out here to do something special that haven't been done in over 20 years.
So we all know that Shanghai Sharks is a young team.
Mm-hmm.
As a senior player in this team, so how do you think about Steven, Terry, Ben, almost Kevin?
Yeah.
So what potential you think they can reach in the future?
I think they got great potential. When you got two guys, I think Ben is shooting 50% or high 40s from the 3-point line. I'm always messing with Terry. Terry's, I call him Mr. Shanglar. Like layup. It's a layup. He shoots 65% from the 3. So, and I call Kevin. He's like our CBA Quad Leonard. So them guys is really talented, man. And seeing Steven develop, more he goes on, and a lot of my minutes are with Steven. So as we get a connection and as we going on with the season, I think he got an extremely bright future, and I think he's going to be one of the best guards in the CBA for sure.
Your free throw percentage are improving a lot recently. Mm-hmm. So did you focus on this training?
I think it was just because I injured my right shoulder. I wasn't able to really shoot a basketball as much as I did in the past. So having that time off, I had to get back to building a repetition. So coming in, shooting, I think I'm like 12 or 14 the second half of the season. I'm having days where I go 93 for 100 at the free throw line. So just coming back, getting that routine. Anybody that played basketball know you can't take big times off and just come back, especially when you got a right shoulder injury. Mm-hmm. So just coming back, getting back into the flow of things, I think I'll be okay. Yeah.
Some people are surprised for you because you keep so nice shape and condition at your age. So how did you manage? I'm
really strict on my diet. I kind of learned that being on the Heat. Having a nutritionist. I always been a guy that kind of kept up. I didn't really eat bad. I kind of eat a lot of protein and low carbs. I don't eat really late night. I don't really snack on things that's just not nutritious for your body. It's games where I'm getting boxed out by 2 or 3 guys, and I know even in a limited amount of minutes, I'm still number 1 in offensive rebounds, and they coming in and boxing me out. So I still got to kind of be in that shape and stay locked in.
So we all know that JaVale McGee is joining the Beijing Ducks.
Yeah.
So some of fans are looking forward to the matchup between you and him. So how do you think of that?
I think it's great. I'm good friends with JaVale. I hung out with JaVale a few times in LA. We played Call of Duty together. Yeah. So it's always great to play against JaVale. I played against him so many years in the NBA. He had an incredible career. I think he's one of the few guys that played in the NBA longer than me. I think he played 15, 16 years. So he had a blessed career and he's older than me. He's 38 years old. So for him to still be out here playing and still adding value to a team, I think that says a lot about him.
Some boys said now the basketball is changing because of Steph Curry. More and more 3 points depends on. So they think it's not so friendly to the center.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
I think it was a stage where people was trying to take big man out the NBA. I mean, not the NBA, but out of basketball. But at the end of the day, I think it will always, big man will always be a key component as far as in basketball. I think when people got a little carried away with Steph Curry with the threes. Yeah. But if you look at the last 4 or 5 years scores in the NBA,
Yeah.
They've been mid-range shooters. You got Shea, he's more of a mid-range shooter. He led the league in scoring the last 2 years. Embiid, he shoots more mid-ranges. Jokic, like guys like Giannis, like a lot of them guys that was winning MVP and leading the league in scoring is like in that 15-foot area where they're shooting mid-range jumpers. So I think a lot of that part of the game is, I thrive at shooting. I love shooting the mid-range. I'm not really a big three-point shooting guy. So I think as far as there's plenty of other ways to score. I think people kind of got a little carried away in 2017, 16. Threes are important, but I mean, it's not the end all or be all.
Yeah. So how do you think the difference between the CBA, between the other leagues, such like NBA and you just play in the Puerto Rico?
I think the CBS a lot less space. You know, I'm normally when I catch the ball in a post, I turn around and there's 3 guys there. And the NBA is more so the paint is wider, so you pretty much get past the guy and you pretty much can get to the rim. The NBA is faster though, and the guys are a lot bigger and they're more athletic. But in the CBA, they're very physical and there's not that much space. So it's a lot different. You know, the basketball is different. The physicality is different. You know.
Some people just like you said that the CBA is more physical than the other league. So do you enjoy this on the court? Just like
man, I've always been a guy that's like pretty physical, you know. The thing I love about the CBA, them guys are not too many guys is flopping in the paint.
No.
They don't really take charges here, so a lot of the guys are pretty. They match physicality with physicality, and I can respect that.
So the next question is about yourself and Shanghai Sharks. So what's your plan in the future? So many fans said that you can keep in this team for maybe 1 or 2 years, and how do you think of that?
I mean, I think I definitely can. You know, I feel great. You know, I definitely feel like I can play a few more years. I still love basketball. I think my passion for basketball is still highly there. You know, I love the camaraderie, being in the locker room, the competitiveness.
Yeah.
You know, the organization been great. You know, they take really good care of their players. You know, and they do a great job. So we'll see what happens.
So besides the team, what's your impression of these cities? Did you travel around this?
Man, it's so much things that just explore. You know, I've been looking on Douyin. I've been looking on different social media sites to just find new restaurants. There's so many restaurants. There's so many places to visit. And I mean, I'm trying everything, you know, every type of food. You know, I love the creamy noodles out here. I love the hot pot. You know, I love just getting the culture.
So we can see whatever the team go, some fans just take your photo or jersey to find you. So how did you think about their passion and their want?
When I see somebody with my jersey, you know, I really try to sign the jersey. You know, I really try my best to try to find, like when I see somebody in the crowd with a jersey, because, you know, they took their time, they took their hard-earned money and went to go get your jersey, and that means a lot to me, you know, and I try to go out my way and try to make sure I sign every jersey I see, because, you know, they might not ever see you again, you know, so it's just one of them things that really hit me hard when I see somebody with my all kind of jerseys, my Blazer jersey, my Heat jersey. Like, it's just a lot of people have been following me throughout my career.
So the last question about your welfare activity in the school.
Yeah.
So is that the big part in your career?
Yeah.
And did you want to giving back to the community and the city in this way?
Yeah, so I started my foundation, Whiteside Care. You know, that's one thing I want to really start getting back into, just giving back, just doing things. And I think we just randomly hit a school up, and then I just showed up. None of the students knew I was coming to the game, to the classrooms, and we just brought them all outside and gave them basketball lessons and just talked to them about being about basketball, because those kids, they love basketball. And China, I think could be one of the biggest basketball associations in the world. You know, I think if they get back to just pushing it, you know, they got the infrastructure to compete up there with those people, with like the biggest organizations, Europe League, the NBA. They can be up there with those leagues.
Okay, that's all. Thanks a lot. So appreciate, man.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Thank you so much,
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much.